So you want to grow on TikTok, but you're confused by the algorithm. You don't really understand what the hell is going on, how to grow, how to actually make videos that gain traction. Well, today we're going to be looking at the Sentinels, who have actually grown from 5,000 followers all the way to 100,000 followers in just under 5 months, which is pretty damn impressive. And there are 3 main things that you, as a creator, as a brand, as an esports org, can learn from them when it comes to TikTok growth. So let's go ahead and get right into it. And yes, I realize I'm wearing a Dallas Empire hoodie. I apologize, it's not very congruent, but just bear with me here. The first key I want to discuss is content cadence. How often are they posting? What they're doing right now is, when I talked to Zach on my podcast that I recorded with him, he said they're posting every single Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So 5 days per week. And they're doing that ultra consistently at the same times, so that consistency is there. What I want to highlight though specifically is that they're consistent, not super frequent. They're not posting 3 times per day like TikTok gurus will have you believe that you need to do to be successful on the platform. Sure, if you have the ability, if you're just only focusing on TikTok, go ahead. But if you're managing other platforms like Twitter, like Instagram, like YouTube, like Twitch, it's gonna be very difficult to hit that content quota of 2 times per day, 3 times per day. And the Sentinels are proof that you don't have to do that. You can post 1 time per day, and not even every single day. They're doing 5 days a week and they're seeing a lot of success. And what that proves is that it's not so much about frequency, it's about having good content. When people watch the entirety of your video, even watch it multiple times, like it, comment on it, share it, save it, all those things that the TikTok algorithm takes into consideration, it's gonna get put out to more people. It's gonna make it onto the For You page. It doesn't matter if you post 3 times per day, once per day, once per week. If you post really damn good content, it's gonna gain traction. Tip number 2 is regarding their gameplay content. Obviously, they're an esports org. They want to showcase their talent, and gameplay content is a great way to do that. But it's not just copying and pasting stream clips. The first thing is that they're edited. They're actually formatted for TikTok. You don't want to post stream clips in a horizontal format with no other editing. Usually not gonna do super well. Instead, they are edited in a vertical format, and they have the streamer's face, their webcam at the top of the screen, the typical format for streaming content on TikTok. But again, it's not just any stream content. When they post gameplay, it's either really high skilled or funny, personality driven content. If it doesn't fall into any of those 2 categories, it's probably not making it onto the TikTok page. So as a creator, you wanna make sure that content falls into one of those 2 categories. Is it super entertaining, or is it personality building, which would mean funny, engaging content? If it's not in one of those 2 categories, reconsider it. And I'm sure there are exceptions, so come at me in the comments below, but in general, that idea holds up. Now, before we get into point number 3, which is probably the most important one and the most unique aspect of their TikTok strategy, be sure to drop a like down below, hit that subscribe button for new videos on esports marketing and social media strategy every single week. Now, for tip number 3, they actually post behind the scenes content in the form of skits to their TikTok that actually are their best performing content pieces. And when I talked to Zach, he had mentioned that these are kind of based off of the This Is Sports Center ads. So I'm not sure if you've seen those. They're hilarious. If you haven't, search them on YouTube, check them out, they're funny. But they post these skits to TikTok, and they're actually their best performing content. They outperform the gameplay clips by far, and that just kind of proves my thesis that behind the scenes content is very, very important. But besides the point, the reason why it does so well, in my opinion, is that the audience doesn't need to understand esports to understand the skit. Sure, there might be references in there, and obviously they feature esports athletes, but they can still be funny to just about anyone in the TikTok audience. So it's a good way to bring new audience members into the Sentinels ecosystem. And when they follow the Sentinels, that's when they'll get served more of the gameplay content. And over time, it can kind of indoctrinate new fans and introduce new fans into the esports world of Fortnite and Valorant. And for those audience members that already know esports, already know the players, they enjoy seeing this type of content from players. They don't want to just see gameplay clips. They want to see behind the scenes content, or it's not even really behind the scenes content because it's staged, it's a skit, but more content that builds player personalities and allows them to get to know the player more than just a gameplay clip, even if it's super high skill, even the funny ones. And another hidden gem in here is the fact that it was repurposed. It wasn't shot originally for TikTok. And that just goes to show that you don't have to always be filming new content. You might have content in your arsenal, in your toolbox that you can pull from months ago or even years ago. So something did well on YouTube or on Twitter or on Instagram and you're just starting on TikTok, consider repurposing it. Obviously, you want to repurpose it in a way that is native to the TikTok platform. Don't just copy and paste the format from Instagram to TikTok. Like I said, you don't want to post horizontal videos most of the time. You want to post vertical videos, and you want to make it seem like it's meant for the platform. So it might take a little work on the editing front, but in general, it reduces the workload and it can allow you to experiment and see if it does well. And I would venture to guess that because these skits did so well, once COVID kind of dies down and the players can be in person more, or even before that, if they're at the same facility, we'll probably see more of these skits filmed and make their way onto TikTok because they saw that they performed really well. So use that older content that was really good and performed well on other platforms, test it, and if it does well, you know you can double down on it. And like I mentioned, I actually had Zach Lang, the social media manager for the Sentinels, here on the podcast about a week ago. So if you're really serious about growing on social and really understanding what works, what doesn't, what you should do, what you shouldn't do, I would highly recommend checking that out, as he's one of the best social media managers in the game right now. And if you enjoyed this video, drop a like down below, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you in that next video.